Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to discuss what manifesting based on the ego looks like versus manifesting based on the heart, what we actually should be doing. See, the issue is we believe our mind is who we are. We believe that this inner voice we all have, our ego identity, is us. And therefore, we follow whatever it tells us to do. So what we do have to realize is that our minds, they are simply a collection of programs, patterns, and loops. Anything we have learned all throughout our lives here, it is always based on the past, and it is incredibly limited. And it is also simply not who we are. And the reason why this world is the way it is, and I think we can all collectively agree, we do not particularly enjoy the world as it is right now. It's because of the ego. It's because the ego is only concerned with its wants, needs, and desires, and it doesn't care about anybody else. And that is what you can see when it comes to manifestation content as well. The majority of content is all about what can I gain based on my ego? What can I do to live a happy life? I don't care about anybody else. I don't care how many people I have to walk over to get what I want. You see it in content like how to make anybody obsessed with you. It's in content like how to become a millionaire. It's in content like how to manifest your ex-partner back who doesn't want anything to do with you. We live in a world that is simply ruled by ego. And that's it. Nobody is living based on their hearts, and that is what has to change. So I've already given you a few examples. Manifesting based on the ego would look like, okay, I want a lot of money so I can buy more materialistic objects. Yeah, sure, I know it won't bring me happiness because I've experienced it in the past. I mean, seriously, how many times do we need to go on shopping sprees to understand that new clothes, new materialistic objects, new cars, whatever it is, it doesn't create long-lasting happiness. It doesn't, it can't. But how many times do we have to go through the same loop, the same cycle again and again and again and again for us to recognize this? So what will more money do? The ego will never have enough. Never. The amount of people I talked with who believed they needed to buy houses, who believed that they needed to start families, they needed to do all of these things their mind told them to do, yet none of them were happy. They had everything society told them they needed to have: relationships, houses, cars, materialistic stuff, but they were not happy. And it is because they were manifesting based on the ego, whatever the ego told them to do. But that is not what will actually create happiness in your life. Yeah, sure, we do live in a world where we need money to survive. That is just what it is, right? But how much do we actually need? A few years ago, €1 million or $1 million was a lot of money. Now we have billionaires. Like, it never stops. For the ego, it will never be enough. It will never stop. And you can see that within yourself as well. How many clothes is enough? For the ego, nothing is ever enough. That is what you also see on videos on social media where people show their closet tours. It's never enough. How many Chanel handbags do you need? I don't know, some people will say 50 isn't enough. The ego always needs more. And when we continue to live based on the ego, none of us will ever be happy, none of us will ever be satisfied. I mean, do we really all have to collectively manifest all of this stuff only to recognize that is not what we needed in the first place? That is not what will tip this world back into balance. That is not what will actually make us happy and experience joy and happiness every single day. Like, how many of us have to actually experience it in order to understand that the ego does not create happiness? It never will be. Or different example, traveling. Maybe your ego tells you, oh, you need to go traveling, you need to go see the world. Okay, maybe you book a trip to, I don't know, Spain. You go there, it's nice, you get this rush, you get this excitement of, oh, there's a new place, new experiences, that's amazing. You get back home, now what does the ego do? Oh, I need to go somewhere else now. Like, what's next? What can I do next? Okay, now I need to book a trip to Japan. You go to Japan, you go back. Okay, what's next? Okay, now I need to go to Australia. Now I need to go to New York. Now I need to go there. Like, you see, the ego, it will never have enough. Never. And then you go to all of these places rushing from A to B because the ego just cannot get enough. And then you recognize, oh, actually, all of this traveling, it doesn't really make me happy. Like, this is exhausting. This is getting expensive. Like, yeah, sure, I'm making all of these experiences and that is nice. That's really beautiful. But why am I actually going to all of these places? Just so I can say I was there? Just so I can post a video on social media telling them I was there? Like, people look at me, look where I am. Look, I'm in Japan. Look, now I'm in Australia. Look, now I'm in London. I don't understand this world we live in anymore. I just don't understand it. And I don't understand how people can't see it. I don't understand how we can be so blinded by our own minds that we cannot see what is going on here. We see it every single day. We see it on social media every single day. How can we not see through it? How can we not see through it within ourselves? The amount of times my ego told me I needed a relationship in order to be happy, or I needed new clothes to be happy, I needed to live in a certain country to be happy, only for me to realize, oh, that was actually not true. Yet I still kept listening to my ego, even though it was wrong every single time without fail. It was wrong every single time, but I still listened to it because it's the mind that runs the show for every single one of us. And that is what I spoke about in my last video as well. We are blindly obeying whatever our mind is telling us, and the mind is not even who we are. So what are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? So manifesting based on the ego, it will get you nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. It won't create happiness. But when you're actually manifesting based on your heart, when you're actually telling yourself, and that is what I am now doing, show me the way, like my consciousness, show me the way. I know I chose to be here. I know for a fact my consciousness decided to be in my body, to take on this identity I'm playing right now. It decided to be here. So I am here. I'm allowing myself to be here. And I want my consciousness to guide me, not my mind. Because I know the mind, it doesn't create happiness. And I know that for a fact. I experience it in my own life. I see it in literally every single person around me. I see it in strangers. I see it in everyone. The mind does not create happiness. It never will. But this here, your heart, your consciousness, that is the one creating happiness. So we would all be best advised to listen to it. So what does manifestation based on a heart look like? Well, first of all, it starts by actually practicing gratitude for what we already have. And then understanding, like discerning between what the ego wants and what the heart wants. Because your heart simply wants to be happy. Like, you just want to have an enjoyable life. You just want to be joyous and happy. You want to have nice people around you. Because what do we truly need to be happy? I mean, seriously, we just need enough money so we can pay for everything, so we can live a comfortable life, so we can buy healthy food, so we can do all the things that actually bring us happiness, contentment, and joy. Done. That is just simply the way this world works, right? We need money to do certain things. That's just the way it is. Doesn't mean it's right, but that is the way it is. But what do we actually need on top to find happiness? We need a loving and kind relationship with ourselves. That is literally the only thing we need in order to be happy. Everything else, it will just follow. When you are content and happy with yourself, with what is, when you accept yourself for exactly who you are, how you look, the way you are, like your body, your consciousness, your physical being, when you have a good relationship with that, you have everything, absolutely everything. When you are being kind to yourself, you will automatically be surrounded by people who are also kind. And then once you start to live like this, that is when you manifest true, long-lasting, fulfilling happiness. And again, it doesn't come from materialistic stuff. And also think about this. I mean, the way this world works, I mean, consciousness, they see it, right? They know this world is in a vibration of apathy. They see what is happening around the world. They see the wars. They see how people treat each other. They see how people are only concerned with money and power and to get what the ego wants. Like, they see it. They see this self-destructive behavior on a daily basis, and they know something has to change. So what do? They give us this beautiful information that we actually create our own reality. They give us every single tool we need in order to change our lives and see what we are doing with it. We create videos about how to make people obsessed with you, how to manifest your ex-partner back, how to get more money so you can buy more stuff. We are flaunting with our designer handbags. We are using manifestation, something that works for every single person on this planet, to benefit the ego, to satisfy the ego. When actually we should be like, oh wow, we can manifest our reality, like we are manifesting reality. That is incredible. I want to now contribute to manifesting a reality in which everybody's happy. I want to manifest a reality where people are smiling at each other in a supermarket. I want to manifest a reality where I'm being loving and kind to myself and other people. Because do we generally believe that when we have a lot of money, when we have all of the materialistic stuff we need, when we live in our villa, when we have our 10,000 cars, that we will be happy living in a world where everybody else is suffering? Like, do we genuinely believe that? We see it in so many celebrities. We see it in so many people who seemingly have everything. They're still not happy. Why? Because there are 8 billion people who are not happy. And 8 billion people is you. You are every single person on this planet. There's no separation. There's no difference. There are no borders. You are everyone. So why do we believe that our own personal benefit, our own personal gain will bring us happiness? It won't. It can't, because you are the person who is suffering. It's just mad to me how the ego turns everything good into something bad. Manifestation, something so beautiful, something so good, such a life-changing information. We're using it for our own personal gain. We're using it for literal shit. And what frustrates me so much is how so little people can see it. How can nobody see what we are actually doing here? Why can nobody see that this world needs to change? And why is nobody willing to do something about it? Because it's like, oh yeah, fine, the world needs to change. Yeah, let's all be more kind to each other. But I'm not giving up on my designer handbags. I'm not giving up on all of this other stuff my ego tells me I need. I'm not giving up on my ex-partner. Nobody is willing to do anything to actually make this world a better place. Because nobody wants to lose out, right? Because the ego needs to be in control. The ego needs to tell you how to live your life. The ego needs what it needs, and it won't stop to get what it wants. And every single person has that inside of them. It's not just the world leaders or the people who sit at the top who are based on their ego, who are working based on the ego. No, it's every single person. Every single person on this planet works like this. So we can't blame other people for making this world the way it is. We have to take responsibility because every single person is doing it. Every single time you are unkind to yourself or somebody else, you are sending out a negative vibration into this world, contributing to this world being in a low vibration of apathy. Every single one of us is doing it. And yeah, sure, you can say, okay, but some people have more power, some people make more drastic decisions that impact the world in a negative way, and that is 100% true. But it doesn't mean that you gossiping about another person doesn't create the same amount of negativity and unhappiness. There is no difference. Negativity is negativity. And that is also something we see on social media all the time, right? Gossip and drama. We are so addicted to it. Oh, what's the latest gossip? Let's pit people against each other. Let's pick sides. Let's see what this person does. Let's see what this person did. Let's blame this person. Let's see what's the latest gossip about that celebrity. All to simply distract from our own lives, to distract from taking responsibility for our own happiness. I mean, do we genuinely believe that we can create a happy life while we are so engaged in gossip and drama about other people? Like, do we actually genuinely believe that? So there are so many things that need to change about this world. And I can't stress this enough. It's not another person's responsibility. It's our responsibility. Every single person watching this video, every individual being on this planet, it's our responsibility to heal this world. And it starts within. It starts by understanding you are not the ego, you're not the mind. And when you continue to follow your mind, you will never be happy. The mind, the ego, it creates misery, it creates pain and suffering, it creates illness, it creates an incoherent world, and we see it. We've all created it collectively. We have created this world. So it's our responsibility to change it. And yes, we might not be able to change it overnight, but if we do not start now, what is going to happen? Everything has just gotten so out of control. We need to find back to our hearts. It is the only way out of this mess we have created.